What's up guys, it's Strategy here. Today, I want to review the best air fryer I've ever used. And I've used maybe 4 or 5 and I've done a lot of research and I think this is an amazing, if not the best air fryer on the market. Well, of course, it's probably not the best air fryer on the market. Like, there's probably some other amazing air fryer out there that's probably cost 10 times as much, but based on my usage for the past 3 months or so, I'm in love with this air fryer and I want to introduce you to this Dreo chef maker. It's actually is more than an air fryer. I actually done a video when I got it, initially of me doing a ribeye steak, and it turned out pretty amazing because this thing got like a temperature probe to measure the temperature of the meat or whatever you're cooking in there, so it knows exactly, and it has some intelligence built in. So we're gonna go through all that stuff here in a couple of minutes, but this is the air fryer we're gonna talk about. So let's talk about what this thing is. Well, this is actually officially called the Dreo Chef Maker Combi Fryer. And that is because I believe it combines a lot of cooking modes, not just air fryer. So the specs, this one is 1800 watts and it can go, for the temperature, the cooking temperature goes from 100 Fahrenheit all the way up to 450 Fahrenheit. So that's pretty that's higher than my previous air fryer. I think that one went, all the ones I've used has been going up to just 400 maximum. And this is Wi-Fi connected as well. And like I said, the 6 quads, it also has a water tank where you can take it out, and we'll talk about why we need water in there, but there's a little water reservoir up top. It is a pretty decent size air fryer. Practically, it barely fits under the cabinet on the countertop at my apartment. And so we're gonna try to measure that to see what this opening is. And I don't know if you can see that. This is about a little bit more than 15 inches. So if your counter clearance is 15-ish and more, you're good. But if it's lower, then this thing might not fit under the cabinet on your countertop. So let's take a look at different pieces that this thing comes with. First of all, this is basically an air fryer with some intelligence built in. We'll pull this out. It has the temperature probe, which we'll talk about. It has a grilling rack, goes up like that. It has the kind of air fryer thingy that goes really at the bottom of the basket. And this is again a 6 quarts basket. And it does have a little window see-through. I don't know if you can see that, but you can kind of, yeah, there's a little window see-through. So when you're cooking food, there's light in there and you can turn the light on and you can see how the food is inside. Well, let's take a look a little bit closer on the inside, shall we? Once you come inside, you can see at the very top, there is a big heating element and also a big fan above that will push the air through. And on the side here, you can see the light bulb right here. So that way you can turn it on and see the food, how it's cooking through that little window on the basket. And what makes this thing unique is that there's a little water sprayer right here at the back corner where it'll spray water mist onto the food and does the magic of the cooking. And on the outside, you can see this little 3-pin where you can connect this temperature probe. Well, you attach that to the basket, as you will see, and then you can connect that. Once you push the basket all the way in, it will make the connection, and that will give the information to the machine how the food is cooking, what the temperature it is. Let's go through the menu of this Dreo Chef Maker. You can turn it on and off by pressing this button. Turn on the lights. So you can see the little light here in the window. You can see that. Yeah, that will turn on that light so you can see through the window. And 4 up and down buttons, so 1 on each side. We'll talk about that later. And then there's a return button, and this is the start and pause button. Also acts as an enter button or select button for this menu. So how you use this is that, you know, if you're on the main menu, there's only one thing. You can use either side to control the menu up and down. And we have chef mode, we have classic mode, we have pro cook, favorites, and settings. So in chef mode, this is where it uses all the intelligence of the thing. So we'll press that to enter, and then you can select, you know, we're gonna cook what kind of meat you're gonna cook: beef, pork, lamb, poultry, seafood, or vegetables. So let's say we're gonna do beef. You can select again: brisket, beef burger patty, beef jerky, beef short ribs, prime rib, steak fillet, steak flank, steak New York strip, ribeye, and skirt steak. And here it says this is Combi cook. This is the specialty. You will need the probe and water, so it will monitor the temperature throughout the cooking on the different modes, as you'll see later on this video. And that's where the magic is. So if you want to go back, is you can press this return button, and then yeah, you can go. Like pork has different things here. We're not gonna go through all of them. I just want to show you real quick. Lamb again. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about all of them, right? Poultry, as you would kind of expect, different things. Not everything, but majority of the things that people cook. So you can even do lobster tail here. Salmon steak is pretty popular. And then veggies. Yeah, acorn, asparagus, all kind of stuff. So that is the chef mode. Now you have the classic cook, where this is more like a traditional air fryer, let's say. So you can go in there and you can select, and then this is where you can use both of these up and down arrows. So on this side, on the left side, you can control the ambient temperature. So what's the temperature that you want to do the air fry? And like I said, this one goes all the way up to 450, which is pretty amazing. And then on the right, you can use that to control, you know, the time. And if you want to start, just press that, and that will start the air fryer functionality. You can pause it, you can go back, and then that's it. So we'll go back in there and see. So there's different types, right? You can bake, dehydrate, all that stuff. So pretty typical of an air fryer. Probe cook, this is where you can use the temperature probe, you know, just manually, just to say that I want to set the target temperature of the probe inside the food. I want this food to be at, you know, 150, for example. I just set that to 150, and I start cooking, and it will cook until that temperature inside the meat reaches 150. So welcome back. Favorites, this is where you can put in on, I think you have to use the app, where you can pick a lot of different program and put as favorites for quick shortcuts. And settings, this is where you can do the maintenance, where you do the water drain. So we'll drain this water reservoir. If you're gonna go on vacation or whatever, or you're done using it, you should drain that out, and it will just spray it into the inside, completely get rid of all the water in here. And you can also descale. Wireless LAN or WLAN is when you pick when you know, set up the Wi-Fi. So I already set that up. System settings, where you can set the screen timeout. So this screen will auto, which is 60 seconds after you're done using the screen. It'll turn off. Otherwise, you put this to off, and the screen will be always on. Touch sound on and off. Unit of temperature, I have this Fahrenheit. You can reset the settings, and that's about it. And about the device, it will just tell you what this device is. So that's the main functionality of this machine. But that's not all though, because now that it's connected to Wi-Fi, you can register it and then have the app. And you can, this is a product page. This is kind of their kitchen. There are different ideas of recipes. Or this is the home unit. So if, let's say that we want to cook something, um, broccoli cheese ball. Yeah, we'll just press on that. Then it kind of, yeah, so I'm gonna turn this volume off. So it's this, they actually do a very good job with this because it, has the little short videos of different steps, and it tells you exactly what you need to do, the ingredients you need. And then what you can do is you can cook now, and then we'll send it to the air fryer. So I press send to device, sending to device, and see the device now has all the temperature, all the time, all set up, and it says from Kitchen Plus app, broccoli cheese ball. I hope you can see that. Let me refocus that. Yeah, it says from Kitchen Plus broccoli cheese ball, air fryer mode. Everything's all set. You just put the food in there as the video suggests, and then you can start. Once you start, you can monitor it on the app. So like right here, I started. You can turn the light on and off. You can stop that cooking, or control the device essentially through the app, which is pretty awesome, pretty easy to use as well. So otherwise, the app has the basic thing where you can turn the machine off, turn the machine on. You can see the history of what you've cooked, and tutorial of how to use the device. I think that's just a bunch of videos. And then you can access your settings here. You can see your firmware, it's already up to date, and Wi-Fi info, maintenance. You can do all that stuff that we kind of went through on the machine itself right here. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the temperature probe. As you can see here, it's pretty handy. It's pretty small. They have a little weight in here, so it's a little bit easier to hide or organize this wire inside the basket. But we did talk a little bit about the pin, the 3 pins up here in the front. So you can see that it matches here, but what you're gonna do is you're not gonna attach that directly. What you do actually is, once you put the food in here, you put the probe inside the food correctly, you can hide this wire so it's not in the way. By this way, it will weight it down. And then what you do is you can connect it to the basket, which is kind of magnetic, but it's a little bit hard at times, but it just kind of magnetically attached to that side, the front of the basket inside. Once that's in place, you slide this basket in, and that will make the connection between the probe and the machine. So now the machine has the probe connected. Now we know exactly what the temperature of the food is at the time of cooking. So this machine is amazing, but it's not cheap, right? An air fryer is typically like $50 or $100. This one, MSRP is at $359. It's pretty expensive for an air fryer, but they do run a lot of promotions pretty much constantly. And I think I got this around $210, but typically I think this will go around $250 to $300. So on their Dreo website, they do have those promotions running constantly, and also on Amazon. And I'll put the link to the Amazon associate link down below. So if you decide to purchase this Dreo and Amazon happen to just run promotions, I would appreciate it if you use that link, so I make like 2 cents out of it. But still, I hope you found this useful, and if you want to see this thing in action, I've posted a ribeye steak I think I cooked a while back when I first got this machine. I'll put the link down below as well, and I'll do another video of the cooking a chicken thigh in here, which really good, crispy skin, and it does it automatically. So I'll put that link as well. Once that video is done, I'll put that link down below too if you want to check that out and see this thing in action. But otherwise, I hope this video is useful, and yeah, follow for more content of food, travel, tech, I don't know, Apple Vision Pro I'm about to get in a couple of days. I'll see you in the next one.